Good morning, children. Namaste. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Children, I am Supraja. I teach you English. Today, I am going to teach you lesson number 2, Rikki Tikki Tavi Goes Exploring. Children, this is a story about a pet animal. Children, do you know what is a pet? Yes, a pet is an animal or bird which we keep at home for pleasure. I guess some of you must be having a pet animal at home. Children, most commonly we see a dog, cat or parrot as a pet. But in this story, the pet animal is different. So let's read the story and find out what is that unusual pet. Okay, children?
Rikki Tikki Tavi Goes Exploring, written by Joseph Rudyard Kipling. Children, this is a story taken from a short story book, Rikki Tikki Tavi. What do you see on the book, children? Yes, a little boy with his pet animal. Can you identify what animal it is? Okay, I'll tell you. Children, this is a mongoose. Let's read about mongoose. Mongoose is a small animal which is found in tropical forest. Mongooses live in burrows. They eat rats, birds, snakes and insects. They are well known for their ability to fight and kill snakes. Children, you see in the image a small mongoose in the burrow. And we also see mongoose is having a long and furry tail. In this story, the name of the mongoose is Rikki Tikki Tavi. It is adopted by a British family living in India. Children, British means people who belong to Britain are known as British. Just like we belong to India and we are called Indians. So people belong to India are called Indians. People belong to country Britain are called British. I hope you have understood. Let us read about the writer. Joseph Rudyard Kipling was an English journalist, writer, poet and novelist. He was born in Mumbai but educated in Britain. Children, Mumbai is a city in India. He served as a principal of the Mayo College of Art in Lahore. At the age of 42, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. The Nobel Prize is the prestigious award in the world. His most popular books: The Jungle Book, Kim, The Man Who Would Be King. Children, I guess you must have heard about the Jungle Book. We have this Jungle Book in a cartoon series as well as it is made into a live action movie. Children, this is a very famous story of a little boy called Mowgli. New words. Let us see the pronunciations first and we'll see the meanings next. Sniffed, S-N-I-F-F-E-D, sniffed. Veranda, V-E-R-A-N-D-A-H, veranda. Fluffed, F-L-U-F-F-E-D, fluffed. Explore, E-X-P-L-O-R-E, explore. Companion, C-O-M-P-A-N-I-O-N, companion. Bloodhound, B-L-O-O-D-H-O-U-N-D, bloodhound. Now we'll see the meanings for the new words. Sniffed, trying to detect a smell. Children, Generally, animals sniff to see the smell. So, sniffing means inhaling the air with sound. So, here we see a dog, police dog, sniffing the suitcase. Veranda, the roofed space that runs along the outside of a building. Children, you see in the image a veranda with a roof. It is outside the house. Generally, we see veranda in an independent house. Fluffed, to make something appear fuller and softer. Children, generally furry cats, furry dogs with fur means body hair. So animals with a thick fur look more softer and fuller. So when they get wet, they become like this. See, the cat, the whole fur is stick to its body and it's looking so slim. But when it is dry, the cat is looking so fluffy. Fluffy means fuller and softer. Explore. Travel through unknown areas to learn more about the place. We can see the children exploring the nature. So they are in a garden, they are learning about the flowers, grass and insects. Companion, a person or animal with whom you spend a lot of time. So a companion can be a person or animal. You see a cat, a good companion of the little girl. Bloodhound, a breed of dog which has a keen sense of smell. So children, we have different types of dog breeds like golden retriever, Labrador, bulldog. So bloodhound is also one of the dog breeds. Children, let us learn about past tense. Tenses tell us about the time of action. First, we'll see the verbs here. Right side, we have a chart. A verb is a word that shows action. Children, we also say action words. Verbs as action words. So, skate, eat, fly, bake, jump, read, write, swim, paint, sing. All these are some examples of action words. So, when these words are in a sentence, they change according to the tense. So, children, I hope you must have learnt about present tense in your second class. So, sentences like I eat an apple every day, I sing in my music class are examples for present tense. So, let us learn what is past tense. A tense that expresses an action that has happened or previously existed is called past tense. So, past tense is something happened. A story is always narrated in past tense. Children, when we tell a story, always it is told in past tense. So, we'll see some sentences. For example, she ate an apple yesterday. Ate is a verb in past tense. He painted a beautiful picture last week. Painted is a verb in past tense. Rikki, Tikki, Tavi climbed onto the big man's lap. So this is a sentence from our story, children. So climbed is a verb in past tense. So just like I identified the past tense verbs in past tense, we need to identify when we are reading the story. Characters in the story. The people and the animals present in the story are called characters. So we have four main characters. Who are they? Rikki, Tikki, Tavi, a mongoose. Teddy, a little boy. Teddy's father, Teddy's mother. Children, before we start reading the story, I want to tell you how Rikki Tikki Tavi became the pet animal of British family. Look at the pictures. A young mongoose was living in a burrow with his father and mother. One day, a high flood washed him out of his burrow. Children, flood means overflow of water due to heavy rain. In that flood water, the mongoose was washed away. You can see in the second picture how the mongoose is carried away in the flood water. The mongoose was drowning in the water. Then he found a bundle of grass. It holded it tightly. Finally, the mongoose reached near a garden. A little boy named Teddy found the mongoose on his garden path. Children, do you remember the story The Lost Girl which you read in class 2? I hope so. In that story, Betty and Giles rescue the seagull. In the same way, here in this story, Teddy, the little boy, rescues the young mongoose with the help of his parents. Teddy calls his parents and asks what happened to him. Father says the mongoose swallowed too much water. He needs rest. Then they take him inside the house. They wrap him in a towel. After some time, the mongoose opens its eyes slowly. The young mongoose feels happy for the kindness shown by the Teddy's family. Then he starts jumping on the table and running around the table to know his surroundings, making a peculiar sound, rick tick tick tick, rick tick tick tick, rick tick tick tick. Then he jumps onto the shoulder of Teddy. Teddy says, "Ouch, it's tickling under my chin." Father said, "Don't worry, Teddy, he's just making friends." The family was surprised and happy for the friendly behavior of the young mongoose, so they decided to keep him as a companion of the house. The young mongoose was also glad to be a part of this new family. He started making the peculiar sound again, rick tick tick tick, rick tick tick tick. Teddy decided a name for the mongoose. He said to his parents, "We shall call him Rikki Tikki Tavi." Children, in this way, Rikki Tikki Tavi became the pet of British family. I hope you have understood the introduction part. Children, now I'll read the story from our textbook, page number 11. Rikki Tikki Tavi looked down between the teddy's collar and neck, sniffed at boy's ear, and climbed down to the floor where he sat rubbing his nose. So, the first paragraph is describing the behavior of Rikki Tikki Tavi. What he is doing, children? He looked at Teddy's collar and neck, then he sniffed. Sniffed means detecting smell. Then he detected smell at boy's ear and climbed down to the floor where he sat rubbing his nose. He sat on the floor and he started rubbing his nose. "Good gracious," said Teddy's mother. "That's a wild animal. I suppose he's so tame because we have been kind to him." Children, good gracious is an expression of surprise. So, mother was surprised. Why? Because mongoose was a wild animal, but it was so tame. Means usually wild animals are very aggressive and they cause harm to humans. But this mongoose was harmless. It was so friendly. She said maybe the mongoose is very friendly and kind to the British family because they have been kind to him. "All mongooses are like that," said the big man, who was her husband. "If Teddy doesn't pick him up by the tail or try to put him in a cage, he will run in and out of the house all day long. Let's give him something to eat." They gave him a piece of raw meat. Rikki Tikki Tavi really enjoyed it. Children, here what is Teddy's father saying? All mongooses are harmless. They do not cause any harm to humans. Then he said, if Teddy doesn't trouble the mongoose, it will happily roam inside and outside of the house all the day. Then he said, we should give him something to eat. They gave him a little piece of raw meat. Children, the word raw means uncooked. Children, we usually eat cooked food, but animals eat raw food. Rikki Tikki Tavi really enjoyed it. So, Rikki Tikki Tavi was eating the raw meat with pleasure. It was happily eating the food given to him. Children, I hope you have understood the story till here. The remaining part we'll do in the next session. Complete your assignments. Have a nice day. Thank you.